You go now, fellas. Here we go, the Big Easy Abita. I've had a few of theirs. This is the Big Easy IPA. Big flavour, easy drinking, which means low percentage alcohol, of course, but full of flavour. And that's what we want. Hot days, which we've had plenty lately in Melbourne. Cold one today, but bit of a shock actually. But on these hot days, you need to have some light, good tasting IPAs. So here we go. Cheers, everyone. Abita, you know, don't mind some of that. Tasty. A lot more flavour than I thought for that percentage alcohol. Well, majorly filtered, but not completely. Got a little bit of cloudiness to it. Nice head, beady head. Very fresh on the tongue. Let's have a look what they reckon. Well, I reckon the hop flavour's big, but like in New Orleans, we're taking it easy. Alright, well, I'm not going to read the rest. All I can see is tiny writing. But you probably would have guessed New Orleans with the big steamboat. That's a winner. We've got them in Australia as well, a few steamboats up on the Murray. I know we've got a few in, I think it's Swan Hill, Echuca, probably a couple other places, Mildura probably. So, yeah, the old paddle steamers, yeah, well done. Big old time. I love New Orleans. I had a great time in New Orleans. Probably one of the best 4 days of my life. The music was breathtaking. Also enjoyed the music in Memphis. That was great. And New York. The music scene was fantastic as well. When I was in LA, I actually went to a couple of places and heard some great bands as well. So, American music scene, when I was there anyway, in the 80s, 85, 86, or 86. And, well, it was late 85, 86. After 2.5 months in Canada, I come back into America, probably May or something, and went back into Mexico after that, and then to New Zealand. So that was a good little trip. But I've seen a bit of the States, and New Orleans, that was my third trip to the States, and I really enjoyed it. We were there for about a week. The first 4 days was like a blur. Well, the first day actually nothing. We got there late, checked in, and went to go out to have a couple of drinks, and these people come in off the street. They just had a gun pulled on them, lost their wallets, passports, the whole works. So that made us just go, oh bugger it, we'll just have a couple of cans and we'll just go to bed and get up and have a big day in New Orleans, which we did. And the next morning was Saturday, I think it was, and yeah, market day. That was awesome. And we're there for Thanksgiving, and we had free food at the local pub. That was unbelievable. And yeah, the music scene was awesome. People playing trumpets by the Mississippi River. You could hear it for blocks away, real quiet, still, no wind day. Saturday morning, coming down to the market, and you hear this guy playing the saxophone. Oh, it was beautiful. You know, I really love New Orleans. I love the music scene in the States. And these sort of beers are easy going because you need the easy goers in New Orleans. It's hot as fuck, really. Midday, summer, you don't want to be out in the sun in New Orleans. It's real hot. So get on to this one, fellas, the Abita Big Easy. IPA and take your mind back to New Orleans eating gumbo. The big soup with the crawfish, the crawdads, whatever they call them. They're awesome. Alright, we'll leave it with that. Well done, fellas. Get out there and get amongst it. I just went to New Orleans. My memory did anyway. It was great. Saturday night, I have to tell you about this. Saturday night, we went to this, well, it's pretty well known, old restaurant, like 150 years old, and they have like a 13 piece or 12 or whatever it was piece band play while you're having your dinner, and you eat outside. And we went there and it was fantastic. It was unbelievable. Paid the big bucks. Saturday night, you got to pay the bucks. Like, I can live pretty cheap travelling, but when it comes to Saturday night, it's lash out time. I remember with my mate Pete Sims. We were in Vietnam and we're living on it like $1 a day. Oh, the accommodation was a lot, but $1 would get you lunch and dinner if you wanted, like have a bread roll full of pork and salad and chili and all the sauces. And that was about 35 cents. It was unreal. And then you have your soup, 40 cents. And then you get a couple of drinks. And you know, it's $1. You're kidding. But then you go and blow 50 on one meal in Hanoi. That's what you did Saturday night, last night in Vietnam. You had to do it. The Metropole, that was fantastic. Anyway, I'll leave it with that. If it's still filming, I don't even know. I think we've got a message. Cheers everyone. Take care.